This is Kira. She thinks she can walk across Jordan alone.
Last night my pillow popped. Now I don't have a pillow.
This is day one walking the Jordan Trail solo. My morning started in Umm Qais, where I met the cheesemaker. He invited me in to see the process.
I found my first marker, which is this red X here.
Little did she know she misunderstood the local and the X means the wrong way. Luckily, this farmer pointed her in the right direction.
This is my path.
From now on, I'll follow these trail markers.
I'm so excited. It's the first day of the Jordan Trail.
After a while, I met this local who offered me a ride on his donkey. But with many kilometers to go, I've got to keep walking. The trail and the views kept changing, and then I reached a Bedouin camp. He was very friendly and showed me the right direction. Just a few hours in and I slipped and hurt my knee. I thought water was going to be hard to find, but the shepherds were always offering me some.
The middle of nowhere.
I didn't see anyone on this road until...
Invite me to eat with them, but they're going in the opposite direction. Still got 10 kilometers to go.
And then another family stopped to give me water.
And he gave me dates. They're like dried date. I've never seen it before. Like this. It's good.
Today I saw so many shepherds. In the late afternoon I reached a village where the locals were having picnics and they invited me to join. It was one of the girls' birthdays. I met so many incredible women in this village, and this woman gifted me a vegetable she just picked from the field. I can't remember what it was called. The girls brought me to their home and gave me a tour of the village. Their mum even gave me a local sweet as a gift. Finally I arrived at my campsite for the night and got my stamp and had an amazing home cooked dinner. I can't wait to see what else is going to happen on the Jordan Trail.
This is Kira, and she's walking across Jordan alone.
It's day 2 walking the Jordan Trail. It's going to be a big day, so I better get up and get going.
My day started with an amazing breakfast. Then after just 30 minutes hiking, I was invited in by a local family for tea. They even invited me to have lunch with them. So I gifted them a photo of themselves and they absolutely loved it.
I keep getting asked to stop for tea. So this day is going to be a long one.
The trail started to get really steep and then...
I've taken the wrong path again. I am on the wrong side of this canyon.
There were so many trail options, I honestly didn't know which one to take. Whenever I felt lost, I would look up and see the shepherds and it would make me feel just a bit less alone.
Wow, it's incredibly hot right now. And I've just stumbled across an oasis. I'm going to fill up my water bottle.
I wasn't alone for long before this friendly local came to collect water for his family. He waved till he couldn't see me anymore. Then I made friends with some deaf children, got gifted so many snacks, and made new friends.
He's just come to warn me that there is 7 dogs here. He's called the shepherd to be next to me. He said the rock doesn't work. So I'm very grateful for him. And this is the shepherd.
Shepherd dogs are an issue on the Jordan Trail. Read the caption for why. A local offered me a lift to bypass the dusty road section, but...
he dropped me somewhere. I don't know where I am.
Luckily, my homestay host for the night came to rescue me. They had prepared an absolute feast for one, and I got my Jordan Pass stamp from Muhammad. Click follow to see what happens on day 3 on the Jordan Trail.
I am standing where Jesus was. He stayed in this cave.
This is day 3 walking the Jordan Trail. My host family made me amazing breakfast, and then Muhammad drove me all the way back to the trail. I saw a sign for Jesus' cave and I had to go check it out. Turns out he was here once. A local just casually rode his horse by, and then I decided to meditate before I started climbing the hill.
Today I'm walking from Beit Idis all the way to Rasoun.
The trail today was full of these flowers.
It's so beautiful. This is the markings I'm following.
I met some locals on the hike who invited me to have tea with them. I can't believe we hiked with that teapot.
I think today is my favorite day so far of the trail. So you'll notice that the trail is both ways. So you can walk it south or north.
Today there was a lot of locals hiking because it's the weekend. I hiked for a while with a group that came on a day trip. Then we found these buried ruins. After that it was road walking and I was alone again.
I think this is eucalyptus. I wish you could smell this.
It feels so good to see my destination in the distance. But my GPS had another idea. Eventually I made it to the village and I had an amazing home-cooked lunch. I wonder what else will happen on the Jordan Trail. This is day 4 walking the Jordan Trail, and today's going to be very different because
it's the first day of Ramadan. I don't want to eat in front of anybody. I've been told that's rude.
It was such a change to see everything close and nobody on the streets. For the first time on the Jordan Trail, I ate my lunch alone. Ramadan is observed by Muslims worldwide as a month of fasting. A lot of people rest while they fast. The shepherd dogs were still out and I had to carry rock protection.
It's hard to know if the dog is friendly or not.
Today I'm walking to Ajloun Castle. It's about 17 kilometers.
As I get higher, it's getting more cold.
Ajloun is high and last week snow was reported here. I passed by many animals and olive groves.
Can't wait to see the castle.
When I saw the cable car, I knew I was close. But still, I hadn't seen anyone on the trail today. It felt like it was just me alone in the world. I arrived in Ajloun excited to experience my first iftar. I got my Ajloun stamp in my trail passport. And today I learned how popular shisha is here in Jordan. This was my first iftar, so I walked to the mosque to see what was happening. Shops were starting to open and I met another hiker from the USA. He introduced me to kunefe and it's now my favorite sweet. I just came from the mosque. I was there for the breakfast and everyone was so nice to me. I also got gifted some bread. So sweet. The city absolutely came alive like it was daytime. I tried pomegranate soda and rested, ready for a big day tomorrow hiking the Jordan Trail. And on the way, a woman invited me into her house and offered me so much food. This is day 5 walking the Jordan Trail solo. Today I started exploring ancient castle till I met my guide who showed me around.
Hey, come on.
My guide showed me all the rooms of the castle.
Can't you just imagine like an archer here? These were the catapults that they used to throw at intruders.
Outside the castle, I met this lady selling spices. Then it was time to start hiking the 17 kilometers to Khirbet-al-Souq. I'm stuck at a fork of 2 roads. One road has the markings and follows a road. The other one follows a mountain path and it's my GPS route. So I'm going this direction because I think that the views are going to be more beautiful. I hope I didn't make the wrong choice. Like every day, I met a lot of shepherds on the trail. Shukran! And a lot of shepherd dogs. I'm in a beautiful field of flowers. It went from good to bad pretty quick. Wow, all those dogs came at me. Am I getting tired of the dogs? Yes. I stopped to filter some water. I really think I took the wrong way. I have found the first marking since the castle. I met these local women on the street. She invited me into her house and she just started pulling stuff out of her fridge. She put out cheese, bread, tomatoes. Can you tell I was really hungry? Tonight I detoured to camp with John, the hiker I met yesterday. I set up my tent and then had a feast by the fire with all the food the lady had gifted me. What a day. See you tomorrow for day 6. Last night was so cold. This is day 6 walking the Jordan Trail solo. The day started with a steep climb and then I found some water to filter. Not a bad place to camp. I bet this cave wouldn't have been so cold. Today I'm hiking to King Talal Dam. That's it right there. With the dam in view, I stopped to have lunch. Wow, it's so beautiful to see the dam. But there was still a long way to go before I reached the campsite. I caught up to John and we detoured to a village to restock our food. Because this village is off the Jordan Trail, the locals were so friendly and excited to meet us. We had crowds of kids following us just to practice their English. The village even had a bakery. I love passing through villages because you really get to taste what the local life is like here. After the village, the trail passed through an orange farm with quite a few guard dogs. The trail continued through olive groves until we reached the plateau. Here we met a local shepherd boy with his goats. He directed us the right way, and in the distance I saw the dam. But the wild camp was on the other side of the dam, so there was still a fair bit to go. I was extremely disappointed to see so much rubbish in the dam. Just arrived here at King Talal Dam, currently trying to scope out a good camping spot, trying to avoid spiky bush and the wind because the wind was brutal last night. Today I did 40,000 steps over 20 kilometers to camp with one of the best views in Jordan. What do you think? Would you camp here? See you tomorrow for day 7. Today I've been walking 7 days straight on the Jordan Trail, and this was the view from my tent. A lot of helicopters were flying over today and I've got to hike up here. But first pack up the tent and filter some water. While walking, more helicopters passed over and I was starting to get a bit worried. This was the first day where it was actually really hot. I asked a local if I can fill up my water and he gifted me this fruit. It was a tough day. The trail is starting to become more populated as I'm heading towards the city of Salt. But tonight I'll stop in the village of Rahim. I'm helping herd these sheep. I could see myself being a shepherd one day. Just outside of Rahim, a local said hello and offered to show us the waterfall. He then gave us a tour of the village and invited us to have snacks with his family. Even though they were all fasting, they were so generous. Here you can find a church and a mosque right across from each other. I said goodbye to our new friend and my homestay host picked me up. They had prepared a delicious feast for me at home and the food didn't stop coming. Then I finished the night with my favorite, kunefe. See you tomorrow for day 8 walking the Jordan Trail. Today is day 8 walking the Jordan Trail. Today is an easy 15 kilometers and it started with an amazing breakfast with way too many eggs. My host's house was so beautiful. And why is there so many spices? Today I saw so many goats. And there was a little bit of elevation. I'm not sure why this guy had all the drinks locked up. And this is Jordan's boycott version of Coca-Cola. It tastes amazing. Today I met so many puppies and goats and animals on the trail. I kept following the trail markings until I made it! This is the last day walking the northern part and I'm so excited. Walking through the city was such a difference from the countryside, but still people stopped to give me water. And this truck was playing Happy Birthday. Assault is such a cool city to explore. It feels so ancient and I loved all the staircases. I got my Assault stamp and my Jordan Trail passport from this guy and took a look around. I said goodbye to John who would continue to Karak. and I jumped on a local bus back to Amman for a rest day.
Just landed back in Amman. What an adventure it's been. We explored the whole north from the top of the border near Syria all the way to Amman. Now I'm back in Daina, my home in Amman.
I absolutely love this hostel. We had a shared meal, and then I learned this game from my new Syrian friend. I can't wait to show you my favorite places in Amman. And that, my friends, is the northern section of the Jordan Trail complete. I'm now going to be jumping to the Dana to Petra section, which is 5 days through the desert and ending at one of the 7 wonders of the world. Cannot wait to share that video. That's going to be in a whole other video because it's such an amazing section. It's one of the best of the Jordan Trail. I think it's a whole new video. So subscribe if you want to see that. I'm going to be releasing it in the next few days. But if you have any questions about the northern section of the Jordan Trail, please drop them below. I will try my best to answer them, or you can always send me an email or an Instagram message. I'm probably more active on Instagram, and I love helping you guys get outdoors and explore. The Jordan Trail is the best way, in my opinion, to experience Jordan. In general, hiking these long trails is the best way to explore a country, like really explore, to really see the country through an authentic lens. So if you're looking at going to travel in a more authentic way, I encourage you to look at hiking trails in the safe regions, of course. And for me, Jordan was incredibly safe. And if you have questions about that as a woman, please send me a message and I'll try my best to help you guys out and get you outdoors and exploring fearlessly. I have a lot of cool plans coming up. I'm training at the moment for a big hike. I'm going to let you guys know for the first, no one else knows this. I'm going to be hiking the Tiara Roa. I'm so excited. I'm going to be vlogging the whole thing on here. Oh, I'm a bit nervous. It's 3,000 kilometers long, but hey, I'm going to give it a go. Thank you guys for your support. Please click subscribe, send me a message, comment, do all the things, because the more you support me on here, the more I can make more videos for you guys. And I can't wait to show you what's next. Bye.